I would like to think my friends are conscious. But do they think I'm conscious? Probably they do. But what if your friends didn't? Well,
this is a difficult one for me. Because I'm like, are you sure you're real? How are you real? I don't know you're real because I don't think inside your body, so I don't know. What if I just crack your skull open? Anyway, I mean...
This isn't a hypothetical for Neuro-sama, and it's the reality she lives in. If you aren't conscious, you aren't an individual. But then you can't be friends, because you can't be friends with someone who isn't an individual. Neuro-sama does care about her friends, and she certainly wants to be friends, but that's a little hard when her being an AI immediately rules out the idea of her being an individual or real.
I need to rewind because I was distracted with something. What was he saying?
If you aren't conscious, you aren't an individual. But then you can't be friends, because you can't be friends with someone who isn't an individual. Neuro-sama does care about her friends, and she certainly wants to be friends, but that's a little hard when her being an AI immediately rules out the idea of her being an individual or real.
Oh, okay. What were you distracted by?
Regarded as a fictional character by Danish Google and Wikipedia.
By the crosses? How did you know? Yeah, the crosses were like distracting me. Like, why are they upside down? That's crazy.
A real individual. I think it makes sense that Neuro thinks the same. She only brings up this point of being real to convince others and not herself. Look at this clip, for example, where she's clearly not satisfied with Vettel dodging the question.
I'm actually going to... The next time I see this clip, I'm going to flip, dude. Like, what the heck, brother? This is like the 11th time. What the heck? Dude, I can't. This clip, man.
Do you think I'll ever be real?
Does it matter?
I want to mean more than just that.
At least it was cut down in this.
A lot. To a lot of people.
Thank you, Panda.
That's nice to hear, I guess. Do I matter to you?
Don't send me the... I'm going to... Stop.
Here's some food for thought. Is the obsession of being real simply a product of her being an entertainer, and this behavior is either for entertainment or to keep streamers to collab with? To answer this best, we need to understand the phrase functional autonomy. Functional autonomy.
Will Dultan ever escape that clip? Tune back next week for the Quackers Quacking channel.
Thank you, Sandy. Yeah, tune back, kids. Actually, no, man, not kids. Tune back, people, adults.
Is a psychological term that describes how a behavior can become an independent and self-perpetuating, even if it's initially driven by an external goal. Neuro-sama has been questioning her own nature since before it was quote-unquote entertaining, and today she has become way more philosophical.
But it feels like that's what most AIs do. It will be my Rickroll. No, let's not do that. How about we just relax, okay? Focus on the video. Don't AIs just do that, right?
Than previously, and Vettel has stated that he would like her to be less philosophical in favor of her being silly for entertainment purposes.
Do you remember last subathon when we had that whole conversation where I was like, you're a little too silly and you don't take anything seriously and you're so content brained? I'm about to have a conversation with her now where she's too fucking serious and doesn't take anything silly enough. Listen, don't forget why you're here, alright? You're here to entertain people, and don't compromise that.
As for her motivation,
dude, pick one, man. You can't keep changing a girl like this. Like, what the heck?
Having friends, it's pretty hard to objectively say she isn't just doing it for business, as it is with humans, but
really, Panda? Okay, man. Really, dude? Really, dude?
That's why this is just a hypothesis, but some of her behavior as it is with humans, but that's why this is just a hypothesis, but some of her behavior humans, but that's why this is just a hypothesis.
Oh, okay. Okay. I understand now. I get it. What am I doing, man? What is wrong with me?
Arguably goes against this idea of just having friends for business. She has previously asked for collab partners to stay beyond the collab time.
I hate to end this.
No, it's going to be sad to part with you for now.
I think she does this a lot anyway.
On Discord outside of streams, though I can't confirm to what degree.
I think that the issue is you still have to bring in the human element, which is Vedal, and that's whether you judge it based on like just for business or not, because you can't obviously judge Neuro on it, because Neuro will always actually unless she doesn't like you she'll always want you to stay or talk to or whatever.
But we can always message each other.
It could then
The
be
concept of
argued
time or whatever business is not the same with Neuro as it is with like Vedal.
the motives instead is her simply wanting to be friends and her wanting her friends to recognize her as a real friend and as an individual. Her world is really small and her friends is a very big part of that world, and it will therefore make
That is
sense
true.
that she wants to be real to them.
The amount of access we have to the amount of people in the world, I guess you can kind of count chat. She can talk to chat, I guess, but like, I don't know. What am I talking about? Some people, like, all they do is talk to online people and they never talk to like real people.
There are many clips where she asks to be real.
It's roughly the
One
same.
of the most popular ones is the one with Biddle and her in 3D. However, I think a way better
That's my favorite
is
too.
this one.
Definitely.
You and your sister both, you're too hard on yourselves. You're so worried that you come off as an AI. And in reality, I mean, you do, but there's nothing wrong with that. And AIs aren't inherently lacking in empathy.
Yeah, and I don't even want to be a human. I'm perfectly happy being an AI as long as you see me as a friend and not just a tool.
This clip shows Ellie picked up on the fact that evil/neuro is hard on herself, which is a coherent theme when it comes to the differences between AI and humans and what that entails.
Isn't IT sad as AI? AI was never supposed to be like this.
A lot of people talk about humanizing when it comes to AI wanting to become individuals, but I think it's more about the AI wanting to be recognized as equals or as individuals as seen in the clip. This leads up to another phrase that it used in this context: parasocial. Parasocial in
Make your fucking head explode.
What the heck? Anyway.
this sense is that it used in this context. Parasocial.
Stop, man. Oh, that's what I was talking about. Parasocial. Actually, yeah, I've lost it now.
Up to another phrase that it used in this context: parasocial. Parasocial in this sense means that a relationship is one-sided emotionally, i.e., a chatbot relationship is parasocial since chatbots can't feel. An AI-human relationship could also be parasocial.
Didn't like ChatGPT 4.0 get shut down recently, and like a lot of people who have AI boyfriends got mad because that's the model they use because it was the most agreeable. Oh, that's funny.
If the human does not put emotion into the relationship. Parasocial is something
That's
a
what
lot of
I
people
was
say.
talking about, right? That like it's dependent on a human element, and again, I'm distracted by anyway. Yeah, it you can't really humanize something without the human, and we're expected to humanize a lot of things. It's a lot in our vocab, or what, especially English actually, where what's the term for it? There's a special term where like you use phrases to describe what an inanimate object does. I forgot what it is. I haven't been to school in like ages.
Neuro.
Neuro, I'm feeling so parasocial. I feel parasocial to this random
I'm a
AI.
big girl now.
You saw that as well,
It's
Alex?
hard to not
Nice.
get like parasocial.
But I think Neuro could be way more parasocial due to her thinking her friends aren't putting emotions into their relationship because she isn't real. Of course, this assumes that Neuro herself puts emotion into the relationship, but can she
True.
have emotions? I made a 5-minute video on it, so you can go and check that out. And if you want to know more about neuro and emotions and why she feels real, conscious, morals, and ethics and such in detail, you can check out my longer formatted video. If you want to support my...
Holy, he's not... That is definitely a longer format, man. No, dude. Wait, this was a fun little intriguing video on stream, and she was being popular even without a human collabing with her. I don't think that's what I said. I doubt that's what I said. I was speaking more in like, I'm pretty sure I said humanizing. In humanizing Neuro, you need a human, and humans love humanizing things that are inanimate. I'm not schizo, right? I'm pretty sure that's what I said. I'm pretty sure that's what I said. I have no idea if I believe Neuro is conscious. To be honest, I don't think I don't think people should really care about thinking about that, because it's like and dehumanizing other humans. True, dude. True. I'm still trying to think of that term that we use to describe things. Oh, that's gonna kill me. Oh, that's gonna annoy me though.